All right, what's up, y'all? So, Monday Night Raw just went off about 29 minutes ago at the time of recording this video, and Jey Uso is still most likely going to win that Fatal 4-Way next week to become the number one contender for Braun Breaker. Now, I thought we learned this lesson, but it seems Triple H, he's either trying to pull the rug from under us, or we're just going to see what I think we're going to see. And that looks like Braun Breaker knocking the yeet out of Jey Uso, and then Rikishi and all of the Jey Uso fans throwing a fit. And it's like, bro, this is what I've been trying to tell everybody. I made a whole 30-minute video explaining the way this company sees Jey Uso. They don't need him as a champion. They don't need him as anything besides yeet. His purpose is yeet. Like it or not, that's what his purpose is right now. So, moving on from that, every time they put him in these title matches, especially against people who just won championships, he's not going to win. You know what I'm saying? The biggest chance Jey Uso has at beating Braun Breaker is if they do it at Bad Blood. Because if it's a Monday Night Raw match, first of all, one thing Triple H very, 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 very rarely does is have a championship switch on Raw. I'm trying to think, has that happened? Has a championship switched on Raw since Triple H has been in charge? I feel like we've had some close calls. I don't know. I got to think about that. Since someone check that for me if you can. If during the entire run of Triple H so far has a championship changed on Raw. I feel like a tag team championship might have, but like a main, I don't know if the mid-card championships have. I don't know. But I highly doubt that Braun Breaker is going to lose the IC championship to Jey Uso at any point. But Jay's best chance is doing it at a pay-per-view. But at the same time, it's like Braun just won the belt. So you're going to be putting Jay over just to have Braun lose very early in his run. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like they have two different directions for Braun. They have one direction for Braun, and that's IC championship. Jay has like 14 different directions he can go through. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't the end of the road for Jay. But Braun can't just lose to Jey Uso because the crowd says he eat. And that's the problem with this whole thing. Jay should not be winning that Fatal 4-Way next week. I really hope he doesn't win. I know they're pretty much telling you he's going to, but I really hope they just... You know what they should do? You can have the Braun and Jay match, but just wait off on that. Wait. That can be like that can be like a standard setter, you know what I'm saying, for the rivalry to later happen in the future between Jay and Braun. But someone else has to win next week. Have it be Braun Strowman or Ilya. Pete is not going to win. He's in two different rivalries. Trick Williams dropped the diss track on him today, so he got to get back. Pete has a whole bunch of things going on, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, Jay can't win that match, bro. Jay cannot win that match. We all know whoever wins, they're going to pin Pete, you know, but Jay cannot win that match because you're going to set Jay up for one or two things. Jay's going to put a lot of fire extinguisher on the red hot Braun Breaker during a championship run that barely started yet, or have Jay lose another title match. And the diehard Jey Uso fans aren't going to be happy with that one. And again, I have to say this every time I make these videos, I'm not a Jey Uso hater. I love Jay. Jay's freaking awesome. But Jay should not be put in these positions where he's going to fail. Even if he succeeds, he fails. You know what I'm saying? Because either he's successful and like he puts down another young talent, which the company is fully prepared to build on, or Jay just loses, and then people are like, why does Jey Uso keep getting these title shots and losing them? And then you're losing people because they don't want to see their favorite lose. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, their opinions about what's happening on Raw and SmackDown are based off of emotion. I try to book off of logic. I try. Does it always work? No. Emotion's always an aspect, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all that I've never fantasy booked something out of pure emotion. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm trying my hardest to use logic when making these videos and trying to understand why Triple H does the things that he does, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't get it. Even tonight, I don't understand why Jay and Damian beat Finn and JD When, again, Finn and JD are the tag team champions. Why do you have champions losing? In 2 days, or 2-3 days, you've had 3 champions. Well, I guess you would say 2 champions because it's one set of belts between Finn and JD. But you've had champions lose repeatedly on 2 separate shows. Both of them in the Judgment Day. So how are people supposed to take the Judgment Day seriously if not only they got beat up by Rhea and Damian at Bash, but your women's champion got pinned and your tag team champions just got pinned? Thank God Carlito or Dom don't have a belt. They would have probably got pinned too. So what's the point? I don't understand. Pinning champions should never be on the agenda. I'm pushing that forever. Pinning champions in non-title competitions should never be the agenda. If a champion is pinned, it should be in a title match and they should lose the belt. There should be no reason why a champion is getting pinned and then walking home with the belt still. That makes no sense. It doesn't. You feel me? It doesn't. I understand if it matters to the story. I understand that. But I definitely do not agree. I told y'all before, my idea of a champion is supposed to be like the top of the top. And the top of the top doesn't lose to anybody until it's time for them to lose that belt. How are people supposed to believe in the tag team division when the champions are getting pinned by a team that's not even a tag team? Damian and Jay are not a tag team. They're not. And I understand Finn said he didn't want to fight Damian unless he was in a tag match. That's cool. Finn and JD should have won the match then. Hello? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the purpose? I don't get it. There's no logic there. They just did it to do it. You feel me? And it's like, bro, I care so much about these small things in the show because after a while, they accumulate. And after a while, when you're talking about this certain stuff happening, it comes back to, I don't want to say it comes back to bite you, but it can be referenced later on. You feel me? And I just don't understand why Triple H books this way. Because it doesn't need to be booked this way. It doesn't have to go in this direction, but he seems to book it this way all of the time. And I'm sitting here like, why? You can avoid this. You can avoid having Jey Uso in the championship match where you run the chance of hot-shotting a belt on him, which he should not win. You have your tag team champions getting pinned by a tag team that's not a real tag team. You have your women's champion getting pinned by a challenger who hasn't even challenged her for the world championship again since she first lost it. Since she first lost the first defense. You know what I'm saying? Liv pinned Rhea with interference. So now you're trying to tell the story that Liv can't beat Rhea unless there's interference. Cool. But that does not make sense. That doesn't, oh my gosh, man. That doesn't mean that Rhea has to pin Liv in the middle of the ring in front of everybody and then Liv go home with the championship still. It doesn't. I'm having such a hard time like speaking because I'm like going through the head. I'm currently thinking of like the stuff that Triple H has been doing over the past few weeks, and it's like I see so many videos now. Ever since I started doing these videos, I'm seeing a lot of like negative Triple H videos, and it's like it's weird. Like I don't go on my YouTube homepage that much. I usually like watch the videos that like are in my subscription box. Those are people I really want to see, but like new people who I've never seen before. I just get like a whole bunch of negative Triple H. Triple H is a bad booker, all this stuff. And some of the videos I watch, and I'm like, I'll be trying to defend Triple H sometimes, but it's like other times I'm like, nah, they're kind of right. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm never the kind of person who's like, oh, Triple H, I don't think he sucks. I think Triple H is stuck in his way. I think there's some little quirks that he has that I need him to cut out because they may not be hurting the show effectively like right now. But as time goes on, as you're building certain stars up, as you're trying to build certain storylines up, some things knock out the park, like Punk and Drew, knock out the park. But then these other parts, these other things are just like, what are you doing? What is why are you doing this to me? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I really don't understand half of it. It's something that I don't know if Triple H is going to change anytime soon. You feel me? He may not even care that much. I don't know if he cares. I don't know if he sees there's a problem, but there is one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Raw wasn't terrible tonight by any means. It's just the decision making, man. I don't know what Triple H is thinking sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people may not feel me. You know what I'm saying? You listen to this video, you may not feel me, but I really ask that Jay just doesn't win that Fatal 4 next week. I know he's going to, but I'm just wishful thinking, bro, because that's just going to open Pandora's box no matter who wins that match. And I don't want the narrative around Triple H to turn negative off of this, you know what I'm saying? Like, because this is easily preventable, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this was like something different where it was like there was so many different ways you go about it and it was like Triple H was damned if he does, damned if he don't, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll be like, okay, if people don't like it, cool. Triple H can avoid this. He can readily, this is coming, but he can avoid it. He has mad time to dodge this. You know what I'm saying? So please, he has a full week to completely dodge this. And I really hope he does. But I don't know. But y'all let me know how you felt about Raw tonight, man. Again, not a bad show. Very cool moments. Commentator, man, Mr. Tessitore, he's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, he's learning, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to jump on him too bad, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely threw me off when I forgot he was even on the show. I turned the show on. I missed like the first, I think him and Wade were in the middle of the ring. I didn't turn the show on until, I don't know when they had that. I saw a picture of Wade and him in the middle of the ring. I don't know when it happened because when I turned on the show, Rhea came out and I thought I was watching since the show started. So I don't know when they did that. But anyway, yeah, man. This is just about Jay and Braun, man, if I'm being honest with you. So we'll see what happens. Drew McIntyre is in a hoodie. CM Punk got bees stuffed in his mouth. And yeah, well, I love y'all, man. Be safe. If you like this video, like the video, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe. If you have not already, comment down below what kind of video you want me to do next. Stay safe, drink water. I love you guys. We are almost at 4.3K subscribers, and I want to thank you. I know we don't do that anymore, but I'm going to do it. But I will see y'all tomorrow's NXT. Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right.